Hi guys, this is Igor from Vinous Reverie, a wine merchant, and I hope you guys had a great holiday season. And I just want to say, Happy New Year to all of you guys. It's time for January's wine club selections, and I think it's, it's a bunch of fun stuff, really Italian heavy. So that's the country to have a lot of fun with. A lot of indigenous grapes from different regions. So yeah, if you want to get adventurous, that's definitely fun. All right, so we'll start first with the Adventurous Club and the white wines. The first wine, so if you're a white wine club member, this is going to be the wine for you. All right, it's Greco di Tufo. So the grape is Greco, and it comes from the Campania region, which is southwest Italy. Naples is the biggest city around there. And Greco di Tufo is appellation. So Greco is the grape, Greco di Tufo is the appellation. And it's also grows on tufa, which is kind of the name implies, which is like a rock that typically is found near like caves or riverbeds or shores of lakes. And it's got like a nice characteristics of peaches, flint, or like smoky character. So it's a great introduction to this wine. It's there's two wines in Campania, two white wines that the region is really known for. There's Fiano di Avellino, which is also a grape and an appellation, and Greco di Tufo. And they're one of handful of wine world white grapes that actually you could age them for a long time, and then they become better and more complex with time. So this is a great introduction, I think, to the grape if you've never had it before. So I think you guys will enjoy it. All right. Another fun wine from Italy, this time from the Umbria region in central Italy. And it's Orvieto, which is both a wine type and a town from where it grows. So Orvieto, back in the day, it used to be a big artistic center, like in the Middle Ages, kind of venturing into Renaissance times. And it makes a great blend. So the blend is mostly Preconico, but there's a little bit of Griscetto, a little bit of Malvasia, and a little bit of Verdeo. That's the typical blend. And it's it's a nice wine. It has great structure. Here you have a big hazelnut is a big kind of note, tasting note. So it's a wine you don't see it that often in distribution, but I think this is a great example of one of infinite of interesting Italian wines. So in a white wine club, you'll receive two Italian wines, and I think they're pretty great. All right, so Orvieto is also going to be in the mixed club, along with the first red, which is comes from this region, Duché Duces. So it's in the southern Rhone, on the westernmost end of southern Rhone. So what's two things that really jump out about this region is there's it's a Syrah dominant area. So whereas most of southern Rhone is really Grenache based wines, GSMs, where Grenache typically dominates the bulk of the blend. This area, it's Syrah dominates, so you have kind of a little more structure, not as much fruit. Although this example, there's plenty of fruit in this example. It's like beautiful wine. And the other thing is, this is very rare to find a wine from this region. I did a little research, and I actually can't find any other wine except from this producer's Mas de Volques that has distribution in the US from this region. So it's kind of one of a kind. So I was really excited to bring this unique example of the wine into the wine club. So I hope you guys will enjoy this wine. And if you're in the red wine club, the other wine to join is a much more classic example. It's Barbera di Asti. Typically grown in the two towns. There's either di Asti or di Alba in the Piedmont region. Piedmont is more known for the great Nebbiolo grape, and typically Barberos are kind of second thought. Most of the producers who make great wines in that region, they focus on Nebbiolo, Barolos, Barbarescos, or just Nebbiolos in the surrounding areas. But this producer is actually a Barbera specialist, and I think this is a great classic Barbera di Asti. Great acidity, pasta dishes, pizza, all that stuff. A great example of that. So that's the wines for the Adventurous Club. All right, the High Society Club, bunch of fine wines as well. All right, this is from Ilana Fucci. Now we're going back to Campania region, where our first white wine was from. And this is made from Aglianico grape. And they call Aglianico Barolo of the South. And the reason they call Barolo of the South is Barolos are based on Nebbiolo grape. And Nebbiolo, especially from Barolo, are known for their fierce tannins. Wines that typically should not be touched at least 10 years after the vintage date. So Aglianico is similar way. It's a big tannic wine. It grows next to Mount Vulture, which is an extinct volcano. So it's a volcanic soil wild. It's actually called Aglianico del Vulture because of the area that it grows. And yeah, big tannins, but a beautiful, beautiful wine. And the one example, I've tasted maybe a dozen or so different Aglianicos, and every single one that lasted till the second day tasted better on the second day. I can't think of a wine that was drinking better on the first day than on the second day, except for Aglianico. So yeah, it's a big wine. Definitely decanted it would be great, but I think it's a fantastic introduction to the Aglianico grape. And then finally, in the High Society Club, a classic. I'm definitely excited to put this wine in the club. This is a Chardonnay du Pape, classic GSM. Obviously, we're talking about Southern Rome with the wines in the Adventurers Club, and this is as classic as it gets. The most famous appellation within Southern Rome, kind of the granddaddy of all the GSMs. And this is an excellent example of it. So guys, I think fun selection once again. I'm excited for you guys to try these wines, and I'll see you at the shop. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.